Greetings, my fellow Anaholics, and welcome back to Phoenix as we are looking down. By the way, I noticed last time that this bank here is the modded one, right? Did I say that already? I think I did. So in that case, it absolutely doesn't look like it belongs in this place here, color-wise, right? Everything is so beautifully dark, and this one here is, yeah, bright greenish. Not looking that great. Do we have another bank available? I think we do. We have the Great Central Bank. This one, however, also looks greenish, right? But it would look nice there too. Especially then with the skyscrapers, if we have that. This gives me a New York style vibe there as well. But we're going with this one for now. For style wise, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We can keep that like that. A bit of colorful is not bad. Now I'm still in the process of ramping up my timber, and we got some nice items now with the last episode, right? One of them I would like to use right away, and that is my perfumer Prunella. So the soap factory negative attractiveness is gone, and also instead of tallow we process wood. Let's activate this one. That was a huge bump in attractiveness right away. And those soap factories here now, they process logs or wood, right? That's pretty cool. With that, we can get rid of all of our rendering works in this area, further negating the attractiveness penalty that we have. And it actually bumps it up right to Fair Metropolis. Fair Metropolis, a place at least one person doesn't absolutely hate. It's this one actually right now because we got a fire and ruins down here, right? But we will get to the next level then as well. So that was a huge bump here. Very good. We don't need rendering works anymore. We can actually get rid of all of them because the only other way or the only other thing where we would need tallow is with the dynamite factory, and since we're importing dynamite, no problem, right? So there you go. We have them in place. This, however, is going to bump up my log consumption significantly. We are now consuming 100 logs per minute. Think about that. That is 2,000 logs for every trade cycle. We do need that, and also we do need to have the storage for that. Importing logs though is not a big deal, right? It's not the end of the world, but it is now something we need to calculate. We already get 1,800 in, so I need to bump up my advanced weapons output with that now. I'm not using advanced weapons for anything else other than Schnapp, so that's 10, that's 40. We have a total production of advanced weapons here. Oh, there is the... Totally right. There is the fire here, and one is deactivated right now. So we are not producing full speed, but I know it was 3, right? So that would lead to 60. Let's make it 70 per trade cycle. So we still have some room here to maneuver. And I would like to bump it up by another 10 tons here, right? Leading to 2,300 logs that we can export with that. And don't forget, advanced weapons is still at the base level, right? It will be upgraded soon, and then it will be worth even more. Until then, we can totally go with this one. However, I don't have enough storage for all the logs that we need right now. So that means I need to bump up my storage capacities, and it's getting tough here. Let's just check it out. If we can get it, the depot, right? We can still squeeze in a few more here. There is another one, so that's 100 tons of storage in addition. And then we can still go ahead here with, let's make it 200 more tons here. That's 300 more tons, leading to a maximum capacity of 2,100. And that's just as much as we need for our logs. It's tight though. Oh, very good. There's my resources coming in, so especially my timber here that I needed, right? And also my bricks. But I still need one more module. I would like to squeeze in one more module to be on the safe side of things. The cool thing is we could probably, yes, do it over here too, right? Right in front of the big Betty. Or instead of this one, because I don't think we need that much here anymore, right? So I could start another smaller block for my docklands, like this one here, right? So we just have this tiny building then over there on the other side, and that's going up to 2,200 storage now, as much as we need. So we can now make this one full. Very good. And we can use all of that for our sewing machine factories, for my soap factories. Overall, a nice trade-off. Now, my soap production is sitting at around 49, right? So that's 1,000, let's make it 1,200 soap that we have as a surplus every time. And what I can see is we are not consuming that much soap. So I do have room for more soap if I need to. Sewing machines is fine too. And the piggies... There is another thing though with the piggies coming up now. Because we were using the piggies now for increased consumption with our trade. Oh, this is looking bad for a trade ruin, right? So the pig consumption definitely went up there as well. There you go. Let's have another fire station here. So that makes it 2 fire stations in this area. It was probably not enough, really. We can repair a heavy weapons factory and the light bulb factory over there. Yep, this will definitely bring us to the next level then again once the fires are gone. This is really worst case that happens there. Like everything is being affected. And with the increased oil production, yes, very good. We have an oil surplus, so I could actually go for another power plant now, thanks to having boosted my oil wells, right? So a power plant over here would be fine. We already have boosted this one. We might have one over here. It is possible. Everything is possible now, thanks to all of that. Perfect. What's also possible is purchasing, once again, a Miss Hunt's share. It pushes us down to 600,000 though, so we should be careful there, right? Money-wise, since money is so important and in such a huge quantity necessary, we need to be careful there. Alright, peace treaty is not possible because we recently had this one, right? And I'm not giving her any money for the time being. I'm not also going to build any other ships. We don't need that at the moment. Seriously, can these fires stop, please? It's looking bad out here right now. And Tobias is also coming in for another whopping trade, right? So in that case, this should really bump up our timber there now to the maximum. Yes, 2,100. And also, one thing that is pretty important is that timber leveled up as well, right, to the next level. This gives me now, hopefully, a new trade license for the export offices. It does, and it does give me the last one, right? So we are then at 13 out of 13, and that's the maximum you can go with. Let's build this last export office then as well. Do we have a tiny space over here? Just perfect, right? This is looking like a huge abomination here in my harbor area. we could probably turn this into something more beautiful at some point. There you go. This is looking just fantastic. We can also get rid of this trade here now. I no longer need to upgrade my timber. And this makes really quite a lot of things possible. First of all, since we have the soap, I would like to start importing brass again, right? We do need the brass for so many things. And in that case, we do have a nice consumption of only, yeah, around 100. Let's make it 120 brass really for every trade cycle. So let's make it 150 so that we can build up some supply there as well. And that will be already more than enough. How many soap do we need to export with that to get the 150? Not really a lot. Holy cow, it's 1-to-1 really. So 150, we could go with 130, right? And that's that. And that solves basically our brass problem infinitely. No more problem on that front and up in it again. Anything else that we still would need in here? We do have the grain, we have the logs, we have the coal, we have the iron, though we probably will need to, yeah, bump up the export here for the coal a bit since my consumption is up. And then we got the schnapps in. I mean, I could use some bread there too since we're bumping up the bread anyway, right? So it's output. Then I could use the bread for something else. Perhaps we could start getting the caoutchouc in. And we could stop getting the penny farth things in. If we get the caoutchouc in and produce the penny farth things ourselves and start exporting them. That is an option that we have. Other than that, perhaps the filament. Yeah, we'll just see about that. Let's build another huge collier. We also have now golden behind here with the white flag in the harbor area. So we'll get the huge collier then equipped with that right away. And my other one, Star Shadow, is once again at Eli. And I would like to check it out again if we get something nice out of him. So this one here gives me a nice vibe. That is, affects all the investor buildings. Income is increased and also their attractiveness +2 per building, which is just really nice to have. So let's go ahead and put this one into our storage. And as expected, Chef Michel is really, really hard to get. So I'm glad that I used the other item in preparation for it to perhaps if I ever get it. We'll just see. Alright, I would like to continue then with a few upgrades so we can go ahead and have more artisans on that side and also here. Since we don't need the timber anymore now for the docklands, I can just happily continue with this as the town is growing. And what is it with the engineers? I think they lack something. Oh, the fur coats. Yep, the fur coats is out, so I might need to I mean, we should get enough really in here now. Well, cotton fabric is still lacking behind, so there is actually now a production problem for the first time ever, and that's a good thing because it gives me something to work towards in the new world, right? Like, for example, pushing some more farms over here, and I could actually, yeah, I could really go with 2 more here. Building us another cotton mill then. Let's upgrade this warehouse and let's connect those guys here too. And this one then gets its fields all the way out there and also here. Oh, we could still have quite a few of these cotton plantations here too. Right, there's the lumberjack hut that I'm probably going to move a bit further away. Nah, let's just keep it like that for now. We should be fine. We have a consumption of 8 and we have a production of 8. So that is too close though. So let's move the lumberjack hut to another location. There you go. Wasn't that hard. And with that, I would like to push, yeah, 2 more farms here. Right, and 1 more mill that we can also have then in this area. There you go. And the second one as well. This is nice. And I mean, could probably, nah, let's be happy with that, right? Workforce is fine anyway, and they get the requested cottons now. We could bump them, I think, right? Yes, easily. Let's do this by 50%. And let's also bump our cotton mills by 50%. Doesn't really affect that much. And that's a nice bonus now. Oh, come on! We are getting a lot of fires and explosions, despite having the fire stations close by. There is some saboteurs in the area, I think. Alright, some attack on Panagos. Nothing serious though. I was looking over there. Fire has been doused. Any ruins? There is one. And that's it though. Looking good. And on the other side we got those fires now. Now, meanwhile, a new development is happening. Benta actually is attacking in full swing with her force. So she destroyed now my fisheries. I thought she would be done with that, but she's actually moving down here now. So I think we are seeing another attack on the main harbor. Let's go all out here with building a few more cannon towers. I'm under siege, unfortunately, so I cannot move the steam shipyard, right? I cannot do anything. Could probably squeeze in another big baddie, but I don't think it makes a lot of difference. We'll just see how strong it is. Let's add a few more towers here. And here, and that's it. There is another one that we can squeeze in, right? But that's really it. And on the other side, let's build the big baddies. Oh, I do need timber. I don't have the timber. Doesn't matter. I don't think it would make much of a difference there anyway. Is Tobias coming in now? 15 minutes. That's not good. So this one here I cannot really protect that much further. Nope. Also cannot build anything there. Are there any other ships attacking? No, from this side we should be safe. But this one is most likely moving in, I think so. So let's just check it out. Oh yeah, the first big baddies are already looking towards them, but they're kind of like hidden there, right? Not much we can do. I'm just curious if we can actually survive this. And if not, then we've actually survived long enough, I think. But these fleets are crazy, right? I don't know how many big baddies you would need. We'll just see. We got 5 now. The thing is, we are also pretty limited by the coastline, right? I cannot just endlessly get big baddies over here. It's just... We do need... Yeah, it's not possible to have more than that, more defense than that up and running. And... pretty much all is set there anyway. Yeah, I'm curious. 27 more tons of timber. Can we build another big baddie? We're getting attacked from this side now too. Big baddie here is doing some damage, but as we can see, also here, Princess Ching is moving in once again from the other side. Crumbling my morale, which is holding up. It's holding up fine so far. Let's try once again the lure tactic, right? So I'm going to lure these guys away there a bit. And perhaps it does something. Because as long as they are alive, perhaps they're targeting them, right, and taking away their firepower a bit from the harbor area. So with that, we could probably get us a few more minutes or seconds out. Very good, actually, they survived, right? So they're out here and are probably getting targeted. Some ships are moving in here already and are getting then wrecked, as we can see. Bente. The harbor area is just really good for us, to be honest. Oh yeah, also this ship is too close to the other harbor area now. This one survives though. As we can see, it is luring some of them away there perhaps a bit. Even though there's the ships coming in from the other side now too. So that's a full attack once again from both AI opponents, right? So there's Princess Ching also with the full force getting my ships now from the other side. Crazy, really. But we're still holding. We're still holding. We have lost only one tower so far. And look at the splash damage of the big baddie. It's just beautiful. Getting a lot of these ships at once, but I can already say that this is probably not going to have a positive ending there for us. We can only hope that, because Princess Ching is also attacking, that she purchases the shares only, right? This happens when both of them attack at the same time. But she could also very well just now take over my island. Nice splash damage. It's just beautiful to see that. But even if we have like 2 or 3 more big baddies, I don't think it will make much of a difference there. Boy, that is just insane, right? I mean, look at those ships being concentrated. If we only had some items that we could pump in there like a nuclear missile. And yes, by now my cannon towers are almost all gone. And now they start attacking then the big baddies, right? So they were targeting the cannon towers first, which is good of course. But the damage is so severe. There's so many ships of them. That this is once again probably the end of Phoenix. It's just a matter now if it takes over the shares or not. Otherwise it could be a very hurtful sight now. We just should marvel at that city there one more time, because it might be over now.
Fire left ruins behind.
So what happens? We are below the white flag now. Some of them are moving out, perhaps that's a good sign. Both harbor areas are gone now, and also all my defense. Look at that, these ships here. Doesn't matter how many harbor areas you have, right? She takes over the island. This is painful. And yeah, there's nothing else I can do. Really, I've lost. That's it. We were not able to defend ourselves, right? And to be honest, against this massive force and this massive force, I don't think there is a way to actually win this one. That was the one island challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. A sudden end. It was my first failed challenge run. I have to say this. It is my first failed one really, where we have to prematurely end the series. I was hoping we get the palace up. That would have been probably my end goal anyway, or my town hall. But yeah, looking quite naked again, where there was a beautiful bustling town. All that remains is my huge collie here that got the white flag, right? And my other huge collie there. But of course, they have no target anymore. They have no target haven where they could go. Because this one belongs to Bente now. She actually still called it Phoenix. And that actually is the end of us, right? I mean, it would be interesting to see if they go to war with each other now, since we are gone. But I don't think so, right? I think they're just now forever continuing on their journey of building up the biggest fleets in the world. This was the one island challenge with the combat overhaul against 3 super hard AI opponents. So I think now this is not possible, especially considering the amount of ships attacking. But it was nice to try. If you can actually do this challenge yourself, please tell me on my Discord or something, because I would really like to know how this could be possible. Other than that, I think here we finally found our makers now with the Combat Overhaul mod. So far so good. Onwards to new adventures. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks to all my supporters as always. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day. Cheers.